extended it, given the fact that there was some other business that Johnny needed to attend to.
Well, until this Thursday?
Yes.
When we spoke to Johnny a couple months ago, he didn't seem that the reason he was representing Jeff was because he was distracted with anything. He just got to represent him.
Johnny does what Johnny wants to do. That's it.
He said you turned down 4 jobs in the last 3 weeks.
And my advice to Eric would be not to threaten Johnny with, like, I'm going to leave you, because Johnny doesn't care.
Who's going to represent Eric?
Well, I will say this. Against my better judgment, I did speak to Howie Mandel. And because I really didn't want to speak to Howie on Eric's behalf, because Eric has treated me like garbage.
Right.
And threatened me and all that stuff. But I was talking to Howie. And he said that if I wanted to, I could line up a conversation between Howie's wife, who is a Hollywood agent, and Eric. We could line that up.
You could.
I could.
But why
Funny.
it
Always
ain't going to be that funny.
You don't think? You don't want to hear Howie Mandel's wife?
Eric negotiating?
Yes,
it's
Jeff.
never funny.
Yeah, you little fucker. You're going to extend it again when that one runs out.
Hey, Jeff, you are going to be in a movie, right? Johnny got you work?
Yeah.
When will you announce that?
When I'm told when it is.
Have you met with the people?
Not yet.
How do you know you're going to be in a movie?
It's with John Strauss.
Oh.
You know, he did it in plain sight.
Right.
So it's legit.
Isn't that the show that Eric used to do when he had an agent?
Yes.
Oh,
exactly.
right.
Oh, so you stepped in on that. That would have been Eric's part.
It would have.
What is the part? Do you know what the role is?
I don't know, but he fucked it up.
See, Jeff doesn't even care what the role is. He'll do anything.
I don't give a fuck.
Do you know what the role is, Gary?
I don't know what the role is, but I do know that John Strauss had emailed me. You remember we had him on the air a bunch of times, and that Eric was dealing with him directly.
Right.
And, you know, maybe he just wanted to deal with an agent, so he wasn't dealing with Eric, and now he's dealing with Johnny for Jeff.
Wow.
And, Gary?
Yeah.
Did you get my acting, punch?
You're acting
I'll send it to you on Twitter.
Eric, what do you make? Well,
why send me something on Twitter when I have an email?
Eric is being strangely silent in all this.
On his lips and his whole bullshit.
Why is it bullshit?
I don't believe it for anything.
Yeah, well, I didn't believe you'd get an acting role. Yeah, I didn't believe you'd get an acting role, and you did. I mean, so if you can get one, I'm pretty sure anyone can get one.
Hey, Jeff, you going to fall and break any of their tables? Like you broke your own?
I'm going to fall and break your head open.
Well, one thing I do agree with Eric is that Jeff, you know, is going to have to refrain from drinking if he's going to work on the set.
I have to say, Jeff's oddly reliable when he needs to be.
Yeah?
I don't drink 24/7.
He's never missed an appearance here. Right. You know, whenever he says he's going to be here, he's here. You know, I never worry about him. And
does Jeff have the same appeal of an Eric the actor? I mean, would you tune in to see Jeff the drunk?
Yes.
You would?
Yeah.
Much.
Wait, you said there's a TV show on tonight.
Yeah.
And Jeff is going to come out in that sling and that cowboy hat and try to pretend to be somebody else. I'm going to watch it.
You got a point.
The only show that he would fit on is Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. He's that kind of a person, white trash, like that family.
Hey, Eric, what shows do you think you fit on?
Eric's more family friendly.
Yeah. He's like Downton Abbey.
Right.
Hey, let me see if I can make this happen. Thank you, Jeff.
All right.
I'm sort of talking to Eric, I guess.
Johnny, Johnny knows what to do, and that's to dump Jeff.
I don't think that's happening.
Fuck you.
Yes, Vince.
Hey, I was going to tell you that all the guy's going to do is backstab you. He's going to lie to you again. He's going to threaten you. You gave him a job.
No, I'm not.
What did he do? He threatened to sue Pepsi because he couldn't get Pepsi. And yet you give him an acting job. And he calls himself an actor, yet he turns down roles all the time. I'm not a big fan of Jeff the Drunk either, but you know what the difference is? The difference, at least Jeff will be a little bit more grateful for anything you do for him.
Now, Eric told me not to put you on the air anymore, Vince.
And what did I do?
Let Eric...
retard.
What is he?
He's an incredible retard.
How many times has Eric called the show and threatened you and complained and criticized?
Well, he has a lot, Vince. You're right.
Yeah, and then he's like, he's begging for you guys to get him acting jobs, okay? And Gary is always the one who sets him up with stuff. And then he has the nerve to call Gary and says, go see your uncles at the zoo. And he's like, what kind of shit is that?
Right.
Why would even Gary put any effort, or you guys for that matter,
Good point, Vince. Good point. Well, Vince is making
a fucking loser.
Guys are saying a lot of things, Eric, that I can't...
that comes from someone that begged the show for an anniversary gift for his wife.
Hey, you know what, Eric?
You're calling me a loser.
Remember the time that Howard set you up with that meeting with that ABC executive, and what did you do? You fucking blew him off just so you could watch the American Idol. And you know what? I'd be the kind of guy that if you didn't have a way to get there, I would have driven all the way from LA to where you live, picked you up and driven you over there just to help you out. That's the kind of guy I am. But you're such an ungrateful little fuck that you don't appreciate anything anybody does for you.
I ended up going.
And then what do you think you made?
Well, you don't let Eric answer, Vince.
No, what do you think?
All right, I gotta go, boys. I gotta go.
You made Howard look like a piece of shit in front of his friend. That he would.
Well, I can't hear Eric.
Who wants to hear him?
Fucking idiot won't shut up. I ended up going to that meeting.
Yeah, a couple of days later. And then you make...
All right, okay. I gotta go, boys, anyway, and we'll see how this whole thing turns out. It's Johnny is...
Take your wheelchair away from you.
Let's see if on Thursday Johnny is still representing Jeff. We'll see where Eric's at. It's going to be a real...
Johnny, don't do nothing for this asshole.
You're the asshole. Shit.
All right. Okay, guys. Let's see what happens with all of this. Vince, thank you for your feedback. Eric, we'll see what happens. It seems as though there's a lot of confusion going on about all of this.
And, Howard, in my opinion, Marty Brown needs to be DQ'd. He's had a career in the 90s.
So what?
In country music.
Okay.
That's unfair with whomever could have taken his spot.
You worry about your career. Don't worry about Marty Brown. Thank you. Worry about Marty Brown, the country singer.
He should be DQ'd.
DQ'd. Why? Anybody who wants to enter that thing can enter.
Yeah, anybody could come up and audition.
Yeah. All right, where was I? I got to get back to business here. There's a lot to talk about. All right. Here's a prank phone call for you. One of Richard's characters has returned. Forgetful Rusty. Do you remember him?
Oh, yes.
Rusty, who can't remember what he wants to talk about?
I haven't heard from Rusty in a long time.
All right, here you go. For those of you who love phony phone calls, here is Forgetful Rusty's return to the Howard Stern Show.
And welcome back. Rusty in New York, New York. Hey, Rusty, what's up?
Oh, thank you. Well, unfortunately, you had me on hold for so long, I kind of almost forgot what I was going to talk about.
It says you're still paying off your student loans.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. I think, well, but then you started talking about Texas, though, too.
Yeah.
What were you saying about that? You played that video that...
Yeah.
What were you saying about that again, too? Because then I kind of got off on the tangent with that, and I was going to talk to you something about that.
Okay, well, pick a tangent, Rusty, because I got a whole bunch of other people who'd like to get in here, too. So pick a topic and go for it.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you think is more important right now. I don't know.
So on the student loan thing, your opinion on student loans. You're still paying off your student loans after 10 years?
Yeah, but I had a point I was going to make about it because I'm having trouble paying them, but it's because of there's some law.
Okay, the law was the Bankruptcy Reform Act.
Oh, yeah, what was I going to say about that?
Don't think so. We're out of here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up.
Forgetful Rusty, everyone's favorite, who calls and he can't remember what to talk about. What was I going to say about that? Guy was going to kill himself. And, you know, he's desperate for phone calls over that show.
Right, he probably is like, oh, I got a phone call, and it turns out it's Richard.
Johnny, why didn't you call him when Eric was on?
I was trying to.
You just missed it.
He wasn't going to call. He said he wasn't going to call in.
Yeah, he was just on.
He wants his own airtime. He's mad. Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, he doesn't want to be on with you.
You evidently have till Thursday to drop Jeff the Drunk as a client.
I thought I had till Monday.
No.
Which would be today.
Right. No, you have Thursday.
Maybe now he extended it.
Right. Because you have business today.
I think you're going to keep getting extension.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Well,
wouldn't you
all he's got to do is play nice with Jeff, and it's a done deal.
All right. Well, one thing about Johnny, he's loyal. If he decides if he represents somebody, he sticks with them. All right. Thank you, Johnny.
Okay,
but everything's just a little bit off today. Okay. Apple phones just announced Black Siri. Have you heard about this?
No.
Yeah.
Say hello to Black Siri on the most amazing iPhone yet.
Siri, can you navigate me to Queens?
Why the fuck you going to Queens? Who the fuck you know lives in Queens?
Siri, what will today's weather be?
What the fuck you think it is? It's fucking hot, motherfucker!
Siri, can you recommend a good French restaurant?
Shit, French food is some nasty-ass shit, son. I'll eat pussy before I eat French food.
That's Black Siri. I'd get that.
Sounds like fun rather than getting what you want. You get some entertainment.
And let's correct Apple. It should be Urban Siri. Urban. Right, Robin?
I have no idea what the political correctness on that issue would be.
Urban Siri. No. I've been talking to the Today Show. They want me to fill in for Matt Lauer.
Right. What happened with that? I saw Mel B sitting in.
Yeah, that's what happened. I mean, I was like, oh.
Friday or
I said,
not Friday? What day was it?
Yeah, she did it all last week, but I didn't know that. Like someone said to me, hey, would you sit on the Today Show? I go, wow, that'd be really weird. And then all of a sudden I said to Gary, hey, the Today Show wants you to sit. He goes, oh yeah, Mel B did it all last week. I went, oh. Well, then it's not so special if they just let Mel B do it.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. They're everywhere, these judges.
Yeah, well, because NBC is like, come on, you got to do promotion for the show. And I was like, I do. I'm on the show. Just run a bunch of TV commercials. You guys got a whole TV network. No, we want you to do other things. I go, well, I did stuff already. We'll do more.
I think it's too much with the judges.
Yeah, right. So I was like, oh, I could host the Today Show. I'll do that. Like, I could go on for an hour, and then they can run it here. You know what I mean? I'll step out, because it's right across the street. And then, like, you could, the audience could listen in, but are they going to give me enough to do? Was Mel B all over it, or was she just on for like 2 minutes?
No, she was on and off and on and off and on and off.
Wow.
But she was always working with somebody, She
well,
was,
I I won't work with anybody. I want to be Matt Lauer. And they were like, okay. Because they picked a day where Matt's not going to be there. And I would host.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just seems to me, I'm getting a little, because then she had, Howie was also a guest somewhere in the Today Show.
Howie was the guest? For her?
Yeah, well, at some point while she was there, Howie was there.
Oh. My first guest would be Howie Mandel.
Like, I'm getting a little sick of the judges.
Yeah, right? Yeah, but people can't get enough of me. Maybe I'll do it. Plus, we could kill an hour here. I can walk over and just do it. As long as it's not clogged up with a bunch of bullshit. Like, I want to host the Today Show.
Just do it!
It might be funny. Or maybe not. Who knows?
Might be a train wreck.
Yeah, exactly. Could be a train wreck. You don't know. But something I think I'd be good at. Like, what do you have to do? Like, I don't get to see the Today Show because we're always working. What do you have to do?
Well, they have those different segments, like sometimes they're with a cooking person, sometimes they're interviewing somebody, sometimes they're pitching it to Al to give the weather and all of that stuff.
I'd like to pitch it to Al. I'm a pitcher. I'm not a catcher.
They just don't wake up. They do a segment, what's trending.
Yeah.
Then they go to like a cooking segment.
What do you mean, what's trending?
I guess it's like what's big in the news today.
What's big in the news?
Wiener. Everything's wiener.
Wiener's big.
Wiener's big. He's got to go away, man. I mean,
He won't go away now.
Won't.
Now he won't go away.
Did you hear that tape of the woman confronting him, Wiener? And she made a good point. She goes, hey, I was an educator for 23 years. If I did the shit you did, they'd fire me from my job.
Right.
And Wiener didn't want to hear about it. Where is that tape, Gary?
JD1, third column in gray.
Thank you.
As a former New York City Department of Education employee with 21 years as a teacher and 9 years as an assistant principal, had I conducted myself in the manner in which you conducted yours, my job would have been gone.
In the privacy of your home?
In the privacy of my home.
I respect your views.
And if standing there, it wouldn't have mattered if 1 year went by or 5 years went by. I don't quite understand how you would feel you would have the moral authority as the head administrator in this city to oversee employees when your standard of conduct is so much lower than the standard of conduct that's expected.
Are you not
of us.
voting for me?
I would not vote for you, sir.
I certainly understand that. But I want to let other people make the decision for themselves. Fair enough?
I understand that, but you can answer the question.
Listen, you've basically stated that that's your position. My position